Welcome to Uncommon DevOps Wisdom by Uncommon Sense Consulting. Before we delve into the principles, let's take a moment to acknowledge a key figure behind their inception, Martha Lane Fox. Martha, a British entrepreneur and philanthropist, played a pivotal role in the establishment of the Government Digital Service, or GDS. With a background in technology and a passion for improving public services, Martha was appointed the UK government's digital champion in 2010. Her vision was clear: to transform the UK government's digital services, making them more accessible, efficient, and responsive to the needs of the public. This vision led to the creation of the GDS and the design principles we will be discussing in this video. Martha's influence on the GDS has been profound and continues to shape the way government services are designed. Her leadership and the principles she helped establish are testament to the power of user-focused, data-driven design in government services. Now let's delve into the specifics of these design principles. Have you ever pondered over the importance of design principles in government services? It's a topic that might not cross your mind frequently, but it plays a significant role in how efficiently and effectively government services operate. You see, the way these services are designed can drastically impact their accessibility, usability, and overall effectiveness. Now imagine a user-centric approach being employed, where the needs of the individuals using the service are prioritized. This approach, coupled with data-driven decision-making, can significantly improve the quality and efficiency of services provided. But it doesn't stop there. The key lies in continuous improvement, iterating on designs and processes to ensure they're always the best they can be. These principles aren't just theoretical, they're actively employed by governments around the globe to enhance their services and meet the needs of their citizens more effectively. One such example is the UK government, which has laid out a set of design principles that guide their approach to service design. Let's delve deeper into the UK government's design principles to understand this better. The UK government follows a set of 10 design principles that guide their services. These principles provide a roadmap for creating services that are efficient, user-friendly, and robust. Let's delve into these tenets to understand their importance and how they shape the UK government's digital landscape. The first principle is start with user needs. This means the design process begins by understanding what the user needs, rather than what the government wants to provide. It's about putting the citizen at the heart of the design process, ensuring services are built around their needs, making them as intuitive and user-friendly as possible. Next is do less. The UK government believes in not reinventing the wheel. If someone else is doing something well, there's no need to duplicate it. Instead, the government focuses on what they can do best, leaving the rest to others. The third principle is design with data. This is all about using data to inform decisions, making designs evidence-based and user-focused. It's not about hunches or assumptions, it's about what the data is telling us. The fourth principle is do the hard work to make it simple. This means taking complex processes and making them easy for everyone to understand and use. It's about removing the complexity from the user's end, even if it means more work on the government's side. Next comes iterate, then iterate again. The government acknowledges that the first solution might not be the best one. They're committed to continuous learning, improvement, and refinement. The sixth principle is, this is for everyone. The government ensures that their services are accessible to all, regardless of their abilities or circumstances. The seventh principle, understand context, emphasizes considering the circumstances and environment in which users will interact with the service. The eighth principle, build digital services, not websites, reminds us that user journeys often involve multiple touchpoints, and the focus should be on the overall experience, not just a single platform. The ninth principle, be consistent, not uniform, encourages a coherent user experience across different services, while allowing for flexibility and innovation. Lastly, make things open. It makes things better, promotes transparency, collaboration, and shared learning, believing that openness leads to better services. Now, let's explore some real-world examples of how these principles are applied. Firstly, the principle of starting with user needs is essential. Let's take a look at a practical application of this principle. This case study is about a UK government service that was facing the challenge of low user engagement and satisfaction. The issue was a complex, hard-to-navigate system that seemed to prioritize bureaucratic needs over those of the users. It was clear that a change was necessary, and that's where the principle of user-centric design came into play. The team in charge decided to approach the problem by first and foremost understanding the user's needs. They conducted surveys, interviews, and observations to gather insights about the user's experiences and expectations. With these insights in hand, they began the redesign process. They simplified the interface, removed unnecessary steps, and made sure the language was easy to understand. They also ensured the design was inclusive, making it accessible to all users regardless of their technical skills or disabilities. The result was a more efficient, user-friendly service that saw a significant increase in user engagement and satisfaction. Users reported that the service was easier to use and that they felt their needs were being prioritized. In terms of efficiency, the team noted a decrease in the number of errors and an increase in the speed of service delivery. This case is a clear example of how the principle of starting with user needs can lead to better services that truly serve the people. This case serves as a testament to the power of user-focused design. Designing with data is another key principle. The UK government places a strong emphasis on using data to inform the design of its services. Let's delve into a case study that showcases this principle in action. In one particular instance, the government was tasked with redesigning a public transportation website. The initial design was functional but not very user-friendly. The team had a hunch that they could make the site better, but rather than relying on guesses, they turned to data. The team collected a wealth of information about how users interacted with the site. They tracked which pages were visited the most, which links were clicked, and where users spent the most time. They also gathered feedback directly from users about what they liked and disliked. Armed with this data, the team got to work. They used the insights they'd gathered to inform their design decisions. For example, they found that users were spending a lot of time on the ticket purchasing page, but many were not completing their transactions. So, they streamlined the ticket purchasing process, making it more intuitive and less time-consuming. The result? A significant increase in ticket sales and a decrease in user complaints. The data-driven design had a tangible, positive impact on the service's effectiveness and user satisfaction. The team didn't stop there, though. They continued to collect and analyze data, iterating on their design based on what they learned. This commitment to data-driven design ensured that the site continued to meet the needs of its users, even as those needs evolved. As we can see, data can be a powerful tool in design. So, what can we learn from the UK government's design principles? Well, there are several key insights we can glean from their approach. First and foremost, the UK government's design principles underscore the importance of a user-centric approach. They prioritize user needs above all else, setting a clear mandate that services should be designed for people, with their context in mind. This is a powerful reminder for all of us, whether we're designing a new software application or refining a business process. The second key takeaway is the emphasis on data-driven decision-making. The UK government understands that data isn't just a buzzword, it's a crucial tool for making informed decisions. By basing decisions on data rather than hunches or assumptions, they ensure their solutions are grounded in reality and tailored to real-world needs. Thirdly, the principles stress the importance of simplicity. In a world where complexity is often seen as a badge of honor, this is a refreshing perspective. The UK government recognizes that simplicity leads to accessibility, usability, and overall better user experience. The fourth insight is the commitment to continuous improvement. The UK government doesn't believe in set-it-and-forget-it solutions. Instead, they champion an iterative approach, constantly refining and improving their services based on feedback and new insights. Finally, the UK government's design principles advocate for openness. They encourage the sharing of knowledge, code, and designs, fostering a culture of collaboration and transparency. This not only accelerates innovation but also boosts accountability and trust. By embracing these principles, we can create services that truly cater to the needs of the users and continuously improve over time.